What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, man. We got another hot topic for y'all today, man. But before we get started, all I ask for is for y'all to subscribe if you ain't a subscriber. And if you're watching the video, man, if you already got clicked into it, just might as well hit that like button. I mean, it don't cost nothing, man. This shit is free. But anyway, let's just get straight to it. I want to speak on something that a lot of people have been requesting over and over in my comments. A lot of people have been actually DMing me on the Gmail. I actually check them on the every other day. But this was one of the biggest questions that I've had, and people really want me to make a video on this. So it's about they're asking me, is it true that Lil Durk is under the surveillance of FBI, man, and CPD? Like, are they really got him on the eye, like scoping him out, every move, all his artists, where he's getting his money, all the transactions, where he's his cases and everything, man. And we're gonna get into that topic right now, man. For real, let's get it. So when it comes to asking the question if Lil Durk has been reached out by the FBI or investigators, detectives that are really taking his campaign, which is OTF, and trying to label it as a threat or as a gang organization that commits violence in the city of Chirac, I would say yes. Lil Durk knows what's going on. Lil Durk knows the feds are really watching him. The violence in Chirac is getting really crazy. But once he started messing with them old block members, man, this is where King Von's death and Boss Top and a lot of these big profiles that the detectives already have in their on their scope, on their radar, and they see Lil Durk, who's a millionaire, somehow having some type of deal, some type of business with these guys. Of course, this is where the case investigation starts. So of course it causes a lot of attention to the FBI because Lil Durk is a millionaire, and he's seen putting a lot of money back into old block members like King Von, Boss T, Moop, guys from Lamron, Bezu, guys from THF. So we know what happened with 6ix9ine. We know what happened. Now they started the RICO, investigation charge that took Casanova down. And it's pretty much a whole different city in Chicago, but it kind of falls in the same category with Lil Durk. Why do you think Chief Keef doesn't, mess with these block guys from Chirac no more? He stays away from all that, bro. But Lil Durk, he's really caught into it. And what really made it worse was what happened with King Von. Yeah, that really snapped, everyone's attention. All eyes on Lil Durk. And I really hope that, the feds and the detectives or whatever don't really, bring Lil Durk down, accusing him of some type of criminal organization, But that is what they're trying to find, man. Like, they're really looking at Lil Durk right now because the way they see it is, they see that Lil Durk has a lot of money. And he still has connections, he still has friendships, he still has, phone calls and all types of secret text messages, conversations with these guys that are at war in the city of Chirac still. And so they're starting to look at Lil Durk like, is he putting money for them to get, ammunition, for them to get new pistols? Is he putting price tags on the ops? Is he putting funds into his old neighborhood, which is Black Disciples versus the GDs? So this is where the feds are trying to pick something up off of Lil Durk, and they've been watching them. But what made them really keep an eye on Lil Durk is how when King Von beat his murder case, he beat the body, he came out, and right away Lil Durk was under his wing. took him in, put an OTF chain on him. And the same thing happened with Bezu. He beat the body. He came out. Lil Durk picked him up, put a chain on him, and took him under his wing. You see what I mean? So the feds are really, really watching Lil Durk if he's like, really putting money into these guys, these street guys, for protection and for his, credibility of his old neighborhood against other rappers such as FBG Duck and such and such, using these street guys as his little soldiers, toy soldiers. So when you have fallen rappers from Chirac that are supposed to be the oppositions of Lil Durk and the BDs like FBG Duck and such, they go into investigating whether Lil Durk has something to do with it, whether the old block members were being funded by OTF Lil Durk to make these hits. They're trying to get him on racketeering, criminal organization charges, but they just don't have enough proof yet. But they are watching every little step of Lil Durk, man. And Lil Durk knows it already, and so does Bezu, man. And this is where Lil Durk, can't make up his mind whether he should just distance himself away from these Lamron guys, from these old block guys, from all these BDs that he used to know back in the day, or is it really that that much love that he has for his old neighborhood that he needs that credibility, he needs that street stigma still with him, man? Because Lil Durk was doing really good at one point, in his career. He was just basically just focusing on music. He was you're literally going features with new artists from Atlanta, from all over, man. He still has features, but now it's most of his artists, most of these BDs, most of the guys that he started surrounding himself with got him in a lot of burn bridges with certain rappers that he cannot no longer work with, because now he has to pretty much make sure it's okay with the guys from the hood, and that's not how Lil Durk was before, man. So Lil Durk right now, he's trying to see, he's trying to figure out whether it's either stay loyal to the hood, to these guys, and be under the radar of the feds, or keep it music wise, industry, and just take this rap, this music to a whole nother level, man. Just focus on music, get your girl India and your family, and just live life, man, like Kanye West did pretty much. He could be still having extra features with Lil Baby, Future, Drake, and he doesn't have to be making songs with old block guys, with 600 guys, and disrespecting, saying FBG Doug. He does not have to be mentioning 63rd. That is over. If anything, when he does those lyrics, man, that just keeps the feds on his radar, man. The feds are listening to everything Lil Durk is putting out, every type of motive that he's giving to these street guys that is under his wing. And a lot of these, this war keeps continuing in Chicago between this hood of his, of Lamron, Old Block, THF, Blackgate, all the BDs. The war keeps going on against the GDs, and there's a lot of fallen members still to this day, man. There was a lot of murders that happened with Can't Get Right, with FBG Doug, with TB, with Taekwon World, Jerk, Poppy, and all this. And the feds look into it, and they kind of they have a lead that the suspects were people that are underneath Lil Durk's affiliates, OTF, BDs, O Block. And that's the thing, when you're in this industry, man, you can't be trying to be street still, because this court system is really heavy, man. They will prosecute you. They will pick up cases. They will make a RICO charge against you and take you down. You're gonna have to spend thousands of monies on lawyers to try to fight for you. And even on this last situation that happened with King Von versus Quando Rondo and his affiliate Lil Tim, Lil Tim right now can use that as a defense, saying that he's pretty much scared for his life, man. That Lil Durk is known to be associated with a really deadly gang called the BDs and the old block members, and that he really fears for his life being taken by these guys if he is even, released out in public. That the BD, that right now Quando Rondo and Lil Tim, they're doing the most to pretty much tell the feds everything about OTF and the BDs and Lil Durk and the whole Chirac, man. Like, this is the way of them, washing their hands and getting away and trying to clean up their case. Pretty much making it a self-defense. They're trying to make Lil Durk and King Von and all the old black guys look like they are the instigator. They are the the menace to society that should not be trusted out here. Like, people should really fear about these guys. They are a terrorist threat out to the community, and that is what Quando Rondo and Lil Tim defense is gonna be, man. They're gonna be making Lil Durk make it seem like he's the boss and he has all his soldiers, and they'll make King Von look like he was a sergeant and all this stuff, man. So it is crazy, like, it really is. And whether you believe it or not, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim are talking. And another thing too, the feds have actually been looking into Lil Durk and OTF since way back, since 051 Melly. Pretty much that's what triggered the attention on Lil Durk and the OTF members. And they're saying, I heard word in the street that detectives are trying to pin somehow that OTF had a hit on 051 Melly, and Bezu, OTF, and them pretty much set up the whole thing. So this would be like a criminal organization. If Bezu, one of them get charged, they can charge Lil Durk too and all them, just because they're all from the same gang, man. So FBI, what I say is looking at Lil Durk. Of course they are right now. Lil Durk knows it too. Why do you think after King Von passed away, Lil Durk got off social media? He deleted his IG. He deactivated his IG because he knew right away the feds were gonna go and look at any response, anything, any tweet, anything that he was gonna say. Lil Durk knows the feds are watching him, man. That's all I gotta say. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Watch the other videos that I'm gonna make, man. I got one of Mubu Crump that is somehow also tangled into OTF, and the 051 Melly videos out. I just dropped it this morning too. Go watch that right now. Gang, gang, gang. Subscribe, like.